it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell back to the clouds. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool done run out. I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. I am yours. Hey, hey, best believe I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, love, love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, love, love, love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Some say I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Behind me, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, see them fly, birds fly. I am over the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass, so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess that what I'm saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause I'm trying to show this is our fate. I'm yours. I'm afraid, short of fire. I'm the dark in need of light. And we touch, you inspire. Will it change in me tonight? Take me up, take me higher. There's a world not far from here. We can dance in desire. Burn in love tonight. Our hearts alive, firestorms. When they strike, we feel the love. Sparks will fly, they ignite our bones. And when they strike, we light up the world.
Every path has a destined end. Therefore, these ends occur new paths.
Esteemed guests, honorable delegates, precious advisors, and executive board. Here we are at the conference we all have been waiting for. Welcome to Keal Emiyan Conference. Before we start with the opening speeches, we invite you to a minute of silence and then to the national anthem, assisted with our school's music teacher, Songül Özdemir.
people can agree on one thing, their lifestyle.
And now, so we are all lucky to be contributing and organizing this event. We all hope for our delegates to have the best time they can ever want. Now, for his speech, we invite our beloved principal, Selçuk Altın, to the floor. The floor is now yielded.
Sayın Uganda Cumhuriyeti İstanbul Konsolosumuz, Sayın İlçe Milli Eğitim Müdürüm, Sayın Dekanlarım, Okul Aile Birliği Başkanlığımız, Karadeniz Ereğli Mezunlar Derneği ve Vakıf Başkanlarımız, basınımızın değerli temsilcileri, kıymetli delegeler, değerli katılımcılar, hanımefendiler, beyefendiler. Sözlerime başlamadan önce sizleri en kalbi duygularımla selamlıyor. Keal'ın 2024'e hoş geldiniz diyorum. Bu yıl ilkini gerçekleştireceğimiz Keal'ın etkinliğiyle ilimizin çeşitli okullarından gelmiş olan misafirlerimize ve delegelerimize hem akademik hem sosyal anlamda eşsiz bir deneyim yaşatmayı diliyoruz. Milletimizin aydınlık geleceğine dair ümit verici faaliyetleriyle ön plana çıkan okulumuz öğrencilerinin uluslararası meselelere gençliğin bakışını ortaya koymak üzere tertip ettikleri bu güzel etkinlik, düşünen, çözüme odaklanan ve samimiyetle bir şeyler yapmak amacıyla gayret gösteren gençler için önemli bir örnektir. Bir milletin varlığını devam ettirecek temel unsur, iyi yetişmiş, donanımlı, ahlaklı, erdemli, vatan, millet aşkıyla yanıp tutuşan ve aynı zamanda yaşadığı dünyanın sorunlarını yakından takip edip çözümler üretmeye çalışan gençlere sahip olmasıdır. Böyle bir neslin yetişmesi nitelikli bir eğitim ortamının yanı sıra nitelikli etkinliklerle ve uygulamalarla mümkündür. İşte burada açılış toplantısını yaptığımız Model Birleşmiş Milletler etkinliği, teoride ve pratikte gençlerin neler yapabileceğini göstermesi açısından bir örnek çalışma olacaktır. Mum konferansları, çok karmaşık görünen problemleri yeni tanıştığınız komite arkadaşlardan çözebileceğiniz, topluluk önünde konuşma korkunuzu yenebileceğiniz, kendinizden çok farklı insanları tanıyabileceğiniz, sınırlandırılmış bir alanda düşünce özgürlüğünü farklı dillerde tartışabileceğiniz, İngilizcenizi ilerletebileceğiniz keyifli etkinliklerdir. Bu tarz etkinlikler ile öğrencilerimizin ufuklarının genişleyeceğine, dünyaya bakış açılarının değişeceğine inanıyoruz. Aynı zamanda bu vesileyle ilimiz okulları ve öğrencilerini birbirine yakınlaştırıp işbirliği becerilerini geliştirmeyi hedefliyoruz. Öğrencilerimiz bu konferansta sadece İngilizce pratik deneyimlerinin ötesinde 21. yüzyıl becerileri arasında yer alan eleştirisel düşünme, iletişim becerileri ve işbirlikçi çalışma becerilerini de geliştireceklerdir. Bu konferansın gerçekleşmesine destek veren Keal Mezunlar Derneği Başkanımız Sayın Aykut Ateş'e, İngilizce öğretmenlerime, bu organizasyonun gerçekleşmesine görev alan tüm idareci, öğretmen ve öğrencilerime çok teşekkür ediyorum. Sözlerime son verirken sizlere okulumuzda misafir etmekten duyduğumuz memnuniyeti tekrar dile getirmek istiyorum. Hepinizi sevgi ve saygıyla selamlıyorum.
We all appreciate our principal for his speech. We would like to express our feelings via the quote of Dag Hammarskjöld, the Second Secretary General of the United Nations.
Everything will be alright. You know when? When people, just people, stop thinking of the United Nations as a weird Picasso abstraction and see it as a drawing they made themselves.
And now for his speech, Keal 1998 graduate and our school's Alumni Association's President, Mr. Aykut Ateş. The floor is yielded.
Dear protocol, school administrations, teachers, students, and press members. Today, we are all sharing in the excitement of the Model United Nations event, which will be hosted by Karadeniz Anatolian High School, from which I graduated. As Keal alumni associations, we keep our alumni all over the world together and work to support our schools and students. I would like to thank our school principal, who has worked from the beginning to meet all conditions to organize the prestigious event that suits our school as well as our teachers and wonderful students in this project. This event will allow you, participants from different schools, to come together and learn from each other, not only academically, but also socially. Enjoy your opportunity to express yourself and learn new things. I wish you all success in this event hosted by our school and hope you have an enjoyable and productive event. As the Alumni Association, we will continue to support you together with all our members. So don't forget, Keal is also different. Thank you so much.
We, the Turks, are a nation that has been an example of freedom and independence throughout our history.
And now, for his speech, we invite the 1988 graduate and the Honorary Consul of the Republic of Uganda in Istanbul, Mr. Levent Dervişoğlu. The floor is yielded.
I am very excited to be here. So, dear head of Minister of Education, dear principal of my school, dear my president, dear teachers, and my brothers and sisters. It is I promise that I'm not going to cry, but it's a very emotional time for me to see you, all of you over here. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep crying, but I try to be, how can I say, it's a difficult, it is a really interesting time for me because I have been in this stage maybe when I was 11 years old. Now I am going to give a speech to you and then to see all the bright faces around me, and it makes me really emotional. Anyhow, so I am not a wise man. So unfortunately, my speech is not going to be short as my president and my principal. So I'm going to talk a little bit more than them. So hope you are not going to be bored with this. Anyhow, first of all, I would like to mention that it's a great honor for me to invite me to this event. I am not a white man, so I can only talk about myself and my journey in a proper way. My name is Levent Serdar Dervişoğlu. I was born in Istanbul in 1970 and then grew up in the city till proudly graduated from Karadeniz Anatolian High School. Then I graduated from Istanbul School of Economics. Today I am acting as a chairman chairman and CEO of 3S Group. This group is a medium big company with $20 million US turnover with 100 employees. And then 3S Group has affiliates in Uganda, in Netherlands, in Turkey, which makes it a global company. It was my journey, but in real terms, it had been started with my grandfather. My grandfather, Halil Dervişoğlu, born in a small village in Ordu, which is my hometown. In that village, people's livelihood was hazelnuts. They didn't have any industry. Families were trying to harvest hazelnuts with manpower in a cheap way, which means families were aiming to crowd for cheap labor force. Till that part is fine, but when the parents died, the field had been shared with the children. So it is a family with 5 kids owned. 10,000 square meter hazelnut field. After the parents died, every kid going to have 2,000 square meter only, which means family population were increasing, but land per square meter per person was decreasing. So my grandfather realized this future problem and he left his small, comfortable village and then became a policeman who was not earning his living, bounded by hazelnut fields. When my grandfather left his comfort zone, he noticed another world. In this world, his children had to be educated, and my father, his brother and sisters had to graduate from university. My father, Kerim Dervişoğlu, studied at Istanbul Technical University and became a mechanical engineer. And then my father noticed his children have to speak a foreign language for being successful in his new world. And then sent us to Ereğli Anatolian High School for having a good education and learning English. Today, I am the grandson of Halil Dervişoğlu in front of you, who represents a foreign country, Uganda, in this stage. And then this is because of his vision. If he decided to stay in his comfort zone, for sure that I would not exist on the stage today. As a conclusion, we are happy and safe at our own environments, but we have to be brave enough to take decisions and change it, not only ours, but also next generation's life, as my grandfather done. The world is small and waiting to be discovered person by person. Because of this, we must move around to discover better than the others, better than the other nations. During our journey, we have to communicate with other people and other cultures. We have to pick up the things which will help us to tailor our own shirt. You know that all the shirts are like each other. All of them has two arms, one color, buttons. But mine is not going to fit you and yours neither mine. So we have to stitch on our own shirt by ourselves with the information we are going to pick up from others. Of course, the good ones. For picking up the information, we need communication. Communication needs language. We have to speak different languages as much as we can to learn more about different cultures. This is the first one. The second one is to be visible. How can you be visible? You can be visible with your behaviors at the first stage, but not enough. Your other features, like your education, like your AQ, like your IQ, help. But sometimes it has to be there because we are belong to the community. According to me, hobbies are making people different. With your hobbies, you are going to be visible. If you don't have any hobby, you couldn't work with me. If I didn't have any hobby, I couldn't work with the people whom I am working now. The last piece of the advice for today, for building a global character, you must be ethical. Sure that you are going to win in the short or long term. Believe me, trust is still more valuable than the money for most of the world. As a summary, you must be brave enough to take the decisions to discover the world. You must communicate with the other nations to learn from their culture, which makes you richer inside. You must be visible. Your hobbies are going to help you to be visible and enjoyable and cool. You must be ethical because trust is more important than anything. Start to change yourself to change the world. I express my respect and love to all of you and the whole world. Now it's time for crying, so I would like to make a small speech in Turkish about my school. Öncelikle çok teşekkür ediyorum. Buraya beni dinlemeye geldiğiniz için. Sayın Başkanıma teşekkür ediyorum beni davet ettiği için. Birkaç da Türkçe bir şey söylemek istiyorum sizlere izniniz olursa. Ereğli Anadolu Lisesi mezunuyum. Aslında ağlama kısmını buraya ayarlamıştım ama önce oldu. Kusura bakmayın o yüzden. Burada bulunmaktan çok büyük mutluluk duyuyorum. Çünkü her bulunduğum ortamda Ereğli Anadolu Lisesi mezun olduğumu haykırıyorum. Çünkü bu okul bize çok büyük şeyler kattı. Bu okul sayesinde Doğu Afrika'da bir ülke olan Uganda'da şu anda Türkiye Fahri Konsolosluğu olarak görev yapıyor. Eğer Karadeniz Dere Lambası olmasaydı ben bugün bulunduğum yerde olamazdım. Çok şanslıyım. Önce çok iyi bir eğitim, sonrasında çok iyi bir öğretim aldım. Hocalarımız sadece notlarımızla ilgilenmedi, aynı zamanda kişiliklerimizle de ilgilendiler. Hayatta olmayan hocalarım var. Onları rahmetle burada anıyorum. Bunlardan bir tanesi edebiyat hocam Ceren Nalim'di. Sanırım hayatımda ilk defa bir beyefendiyi gördüm. Her zaman şık takımı, elbisesi içinde bembeyaz gömleğiyle, muntazam taralı saçlarıyla gözümün önünde hep eli omzumda. Ve bununla beraber Bahattin Keal matematik hocamdı. Hem benim kişiliğimi imar etti, hem de matematikle hayatımı tımar etti yani. Çok değişik bir şeydi, bana yaşamayı öğretti. Yani yaşamayı öğretmeye çalıştı ama tam anlamıyla öğretemedi. Çünkü o benden daha iyi bir usta. Suat Yazı hocam bana basketbol koçumdu, bana savaşmayı öğretti. Top elime değdiği zaman bu topun benim olması gerektiğini, mücadele etmem gerektiğini, eğer kaybedeceksem de mücadeleyle kaybetmem gerektiğini gösterdi. Melia Keos, Güzin Yılmaz, Sevgi Etker, Yasemin Kılıç hocaları bana İngilizceyi yumuşaklıkla öğretti ve onlar sayesinde şu anda evime ekmek götürüyorum. Evet, siz kardeşlerim, sizleri çok seviyorum. Beni davet ettiğiniz için tekrar çok teşekkür ediyorum. Sizinle beraber olmak çok büyük mutluluk. Ayrılık suratlarınız hep var olsun. Teşekkür ediyorum.
I am convinced that if permanent peace is desired, international measures must be taken to improve the situation of people. Citizens of the world must bend away from envy, greed, and grudges. Our immortal leader, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk.
And now for her speech, we would like to invite our irreplaceable advisor teacher, Birsen Güneri, for the speech. The floor is yielded.
Dear protocol members, most esteemed advisors, distinguished delegates, and highly precious guests, whom we are prideful to have today. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the first annual session of Karadeniz Ereğli Anatolian High School's Model United Nations Conference, Keal MUN 24. Model United Nations, also known as Model UN and MUN, is a popular extracurricular activity in which students role-play delegates to the United Nations, simulate UN committees, and gain in-depth knowledge of diplomacy, international relations, current worldwide issues, and the UN itself. It's estimated that hundreds of thousands of students worldwide participate every year in MUN conferences at all educational levels in schools and universities. Many of today's leaders in law, government, business, humanities, and the arts participated in such simulations as students. Over the past 7 decades, MUN conferences have helped students develop public speaking, writing, and research skills. They often provide students with their first entry point into international affairs and concepts including peace and security, human rights, development, and the rule of law issues. By learning about the UN as an institution, its role in the world affairs, and the diplomacy involved in UN decisions, students also learn the importance of seeing matters from someone else's perspective by acting like the real UN ambassadors. On the other hand, either participating in or organizing such a precious conferences fosters our students' 21st century skills such as critical thinking, leadership, networking, problem solving, analytic skills, language skills, and logical thinking. Today is the day we collect the crop of one-year-long endeavor. Following the Harvard Rules of Procedure, Keal MEN 24 has been aiming to promote a productive environment for fulfilling and goal-oriented debates and important learning experiences. Today, opening its first session, the conference is hosting over 180 eager participants from 15 different schools, 20 advisors, and guest speakers with utmost professionalism and honor. This year's session of Keal MEN includes 6 committees, which will encourage debates in accordance with our main theme, justice. Seeing today that everyone and every delegate came here with the awareness of world we live in, so our students decide on to take a journey to find the rights of humans from the past and law for the future. Moreover, various fun events, concerts, and workshops that you will enjoy during your coffee breaks are waiting for you during the 3 days of Keal MEN. Now I would like to briefly introduce our committees to you. Our first committee, DISEC, is the Committee of Disarmament and Security, which will hold the subject of Israel and Palestine. With our hearts burning for them, this is the way we found to aid them along with I remembered the problem. Problem we all know as the Syrian war and the armaments of it. Now another but a bit more different committee, legal. This is made mainly to talk about the sake of our future in genetics and legalization in countries. To talk about its morality and effects on future our now children hold. Talking about the security of the future, now it's time for United Nations Security Council, our and Ereğli's first ever special committee. As the tension grows with the nuclear threats, one of the places only hear about the climate is now a hangar for weapons, and the threat of it comes from North of Korea. Make sure to get a good grip on this subject, since a more complicated matter arises from the past, historical NATO, the first ever semi-crisis ever made. Which one of the greatest tragedies to discuss? World War II. This committee will first talk about the facts and then get on to the job while being interactive. And maybe the moment everyone has waited and held their breath for, the crisis committees. Never made before, and being a first for every person and delegate here, let's get to the business, shall we? Arising from the past of Anatolia and Greece, here comes our joint crisis committee, the Trojan War, where we have 2 cabinets, one for Trojan and one for Greece. For our last committee, here is the Historical Crisis Committee, the Bolshevik Revolution, the place we see the red flags of people rise and the bravery shine in their eyes. As we come to the end of my speech, I'd like to thank each of my children for sacrificing months of their works just for this day to come. Thank you for bringing this conference this far with your amazing skills and leadership, my students. I want to especially thank dear Principal Mr. Selçuk Altın and other Assistant Principal Önder Bayır for engaging in every way possible to help and put this conference together. I am very grateful to the President of the Alumni Association of Keal, Mr. Aykut Ateş. You have been a big help. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my fellows and especially Olcay Özsoy and the other team members. Without their diligence and dedication, this conference would not have been possible. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of Keal MUN delegates and advisors who feel great passion to be with us today. On behalf of my school, we are absolutely sure that Keal MUN 24 will be a wonderful and unforgettable experience to partake in. We wish all MUN members from each school to experience an exciting, informative, and memorable conference for the next 3 days. With the highest of regards, thank you.
Now with that covered, we would like to invite our executive team for their speeches, starting with Deputy Director General Melih Duru. The floor is now yielded.
Dear participants, valued guests, today we have gathered as students from all Zonguldak to have a role in this conference. We have gone through a long preparation process to achieve this conference. And finally, we are all here. Once again, welcome to Keal Model United Nations 24. Before I start my speech, I would like to express my endless thanks to all the delegate friends who have a role in this committees, and our valuable teachers, Keal Alumni Association President Aykut Ateş, Selçuk Altın, and Honorary Consul of Republic of Uganda, Levent Dervişoğlu, who made their speeches. During the preparation process, of course, we have faced a lot of difficulties. However, we overcame these difficulties as a team. Each one of us worked with great dedication to do our best for this event. And today, we are here to reap the fruit of this labor. The purpose of the event is to create a debate environment in our beloved school, Karadeniz Ereğli Anatolian High School, for delegates to discuss work problems. The other reasons Sorry for that, my text has a little bit problems. As I said, this event has a lot of purposes, which is to listen different perspectives and to find solutions. I can say that this conference, which we worked really hard past 6 months, will be a fiesta fero. We are sure that our participants will not get bored during these sessions and coffee breaks that we have taught for a long time and prepared. I can say that this conference will be a breeze. The events our team has prepared for the coffee breaks have been carefully selected by the PR team and the English department and have been developed a lot of times to attract your attention. Each one of our team members who will serve in this event are the people who have served in their fields for a long time and know their ins and outs. Our events will not only improve the English and political knowledge of our participants, but also they will learn and become cultured by researching their assigned countries. We offer a program full of fun, which includes concerts and activities such as English Taboo and many more. As Deputy Director General, I don't really want to spoil it all. When determining our social media postings related to this conference, our PR and IT team has worked really hard and made great efforts. I would also like to thank them for their efforts. Finally, I would like to point out that this event is shaped to create a diversity among the other conferences. Keal 24 will offer unique experiences to its participants and will offer a very special experience. Welcome again to all of you. I hope you will have a great time at Keal 24. The floor is yielded.
Countries are diverse, but civilization is one. And for a nation to progress, it is necessary to participate in this unique civilization. And now for her speech, we invite our next precious executive member, Director General Ömer Erim Erdem.
Most esteemed advisors, distinguished delegates, and dear guests. When we started this journey 9 months ago, we were just 4 people with 1 advisor. And now we are proud to be a huge group of 6 advisors and 90 students in our teams. Of course, this journey was not a joyful journey. In fact, it's even possible to say the opposite. But I must say that it was a dream in the time of a conference like Keal, and now, right here, our dreams has come true. This long and tiring journey cost us a lot, yes, created a group that we can call our family. In this adventure that started almost 9 months ago, we laughed and cried at times. There are moments that we wanted to give up and leave everything. But everyone did their part for the sake of the conference and worked with their heart and soul for it. Yes, today is, my friends, today is the day we will receive the reward of our efforts. This is the day we always wait for. Sometimes we saw it in our dreams at night and cannot sleep because of the excitement of it. This conference came to you with the hard work of all our students in our teams for a long time. I'm proud of all my teams and I would like to thank all of them for being with us. At the same time, I would like to thank the entire executive team and who was my companion on this journey and never left me alone. This conference exists thanks to you. Keal was always reborn from impossibilities and took its true form today. Keal's spirit once again united everyone under his roof and left a beautiful conference with it. My name is Ömer Erim Erdem, the Director General of this conference, and finally, for you to have lots of long discussions, fierce competition, and find new friendship, here is Keal 24. I greet you with all my respect. Thank you for listening to me.
As Mustafa Kemal Atatürk said, there are no hopeless situations, there are hopeless people. I never lost hope. We've never lost our hope, and we work to take one step further. And now for her speech, we invite the next executive member, Deputy Secretary General Nazlım Berra Ören. The floor is now yielded.
Dear delegates, most esteemed guests, and our distinguished advisors, you're all welcome to a new beginning, to a new procedure, and a whole new world. You're all welcome to the first edition of Keal Model United Nations 2024. The legend has it that this conference is the one you find yourself, such as we have done as a family. From the start of everything, this family had many troubles, but it had come a long way to here, right now, to see every single one of you making us proud and happier than ever. As for a little academic touch-up, I would like to mention, with our new committees, which are called crisis committees, you will be able to get deep into history and rewrite the old books from which we blow the dust on top of. Take a step back to see the beauty of the order. Then the rest comes with the royalty in your blood. Your purpose here is to maintain peace with your country's borders and to get on act with your characters. As you can see, justice has a way of finding itself. Sooner or later, sinking truth of the past comes out to the surface. Don't be unfair to people. Say with pride that you are a Turkish ambassador when the time comes. You will remember your first duty is to forever preserve and defend the Turkish independence and the Turkish Republic. You will do the same now to show your true self once more. It's your turn to fly above your imagination and take a step for the peace, which this corrupted world lacks. Be the peace we need, be the person who seeks good, and be the one juniors look up for. For the one and only. Thank you for coming, everybody. Before I yield my floor, I would like to thank Levent Dervişoğlu for coming here. I would like to say one thing to you. We're a family now. We're complete, but we would like to add you as a member for Keal. If that's okay by you, I would like to take a clap. The floor is yours. As one quote says, the entire Constitution of the United Nations hinges on the fact that every state has a vote. You will be representing states in this conference, and so make your vote worth it. Make your voice heard and make this conference worth it.
And now for her speech, we invite last but not least, our precious executive member, Secretary General Zehra Simge Tavukçu. And now the floor is yielded.
Esteemed guests, fellow advisors, and dear delegates who will direct the world and the future. I'm honored and thrilled to welcome you to the first edition of Keal MUN 24 conference. This event, which we have been working on for a long time, represents for us not just a conference, but a strong bond between us. And I knew that all of our hard work had paid off as soon as I saw you all here today. So, a few current threats, incidents, unfairness, injustice, and particularly the issues arising from technological advancements are quite significant for our global community. Furthermore, our goal with such conferences is to promote resolution and peace rather than only a debating forum. As our father, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, said, the most genuine guide in life is science. Without science advancing with us, we are bound to fall behind. Nobody will move forward if we don't. And no matter how big these problems are, they can be easily solved with your ideas and your moves. With the Keal MUN conference, we aim to provide you with this atmosphere. And also during the conference, you will have the opportunity to make decisions at critical moments, solve problems, and understand the United Nations principles. I'm grateful that you decided to join us on this exciting scientific journey. I want to thank everyone who contributed to making this conference possible before I complete my speech. I want to thank to our executive board, our team members, our English teachers, and our principal Selçuk Altın, our deputy principal Önder Bayır, and Aykut abi. I am very grateful to you for your endless support. And Mr. Levent Dervişoğlu, thank you for your interest for this conference. And our dear guests, we appreciate you being with us on this very special day. And now, I want to invite our Deputy Secretary General to open this conference. I guess the time has come.
For the first edition of Keal Model United Nations Conference
Has officially
started!
Dear participants, we welcome you all with a great passion. Our opening ceremony is over. We will get to the Keal building in 1 p.m. The lunch will be served in this building. Thank you for listening to us. We all appreciate you.
Sizin kısım var.
Yurt dışında Mansur'da gelecek. Artık bunu geleneksel hale getirin. Her sene inşallah böyle bir olarak bizim eskiden derler beraber güzel yaptırdık onlar benim şeyim. Onlar benim ablalarımdı.
Mezunlar buluşmasında görmeniz lazım yani.
Hadi. İyi ki benim